My beloved child, there is a reason you found this message today. There is a reason your eyes stopped here. There is a reason your heart feels a little different right now. What if I told you that a memorable conversation could be closer than you realize? What if the words you have been waiting to hear are already moving toward you, even though you cannot see them yet? Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Do not skip this moment. Every sentence you hear today is building towards something important. For a long time, you may have wondered why certain thoughts keep returning to your mind. Why certain memories appear without warning. Why certain people seem impossible to forget. Sometimes life becomes quiet before it reveals something meaningful. Sometimes the silence is not empty at all. Sometimes it is preparing a space for a conversation that changes everything. Listen carefully. Not every important conversation begins with a grand entrance. Not every unforgettable moment arrives with a loud announcement. Some of the most powerful conversations begin with a simple message, a simple greeting, a simple question. Yet behind those ordinary words can be extraordinary meaning. That is why you must remain patient. That is why you must remain aware. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There is someone connected to your story in a way you may not fully understand yet. Perhaps they have been thinking about reaching out. Perhaps they have been replaying old memories. Perhaps they have been searching for the right words. What you do not see is that many conversations begin long before they are spoken aloud. They begin in thoughts. They begin in reflection. They begin in moments when someone sits quietly and realizes they cannot ignore what they feel anymore. You may think nothing is happening. But something is happening. You may think everything is standing still. But something is moving. You may think the chapter has ended. But what if the next page is already turning? Do not skip. Stay with me. Imagine receiving words that make you stop for a moment. Words that cause you to read them twice. Words that make you realize that a situation was never exactly what you thought it was. Sometimes clarity arrives when you least expect it. Sometimes understanding appears after long periods of uncertainty. Sometimes the answers come after you have almost stopped looking for them. And that is what makes this moment so important. The conversation approaching your future is not just about words. It is about perspective. It is about understanding. It is about seeing something differently than before. It is about recognizing details that were hidden in plain sight. Stay till the end because something huge is waiting for you. There are moments in life that become unforgettable not because of how long they last, but because of how deeply they affect us. A few sentences can change the direction of an entire day. A few honest words can remove months of confusion. A simple exchange can become a memory that stays with you for years. That is why you should pay attention. Something remarkable happens when the right conversation arrives at the right time. It feels familiar and surprising at the same time. It feels as if pieces suddenly fit together. It feels as if a door quietly opens where there was once only a wall. Right now, many people are rushing through their days without noticing the signs around them. But you are here for a reason. You are listening for a reason. There is something in your journey that is preparing to make more sense. Do not skip. Think about the conversations that changed your life before. They may not have looked extraordinary in the beginning. They may have started with ordinary words. Yet when you look back, you realize they marked a turning point. They marked the beginning of something new. The next memorable conversation may arrive in the same way. Unexpected. Simple. Powerful. And impossible to forget. Stay till the end because something huge is waiting for you. There is a feeling that appears before important moments. It is difficult to describe. It is a quiet sense that something is shifting. A feeling that events are moving into place. A feeling that what once seemed distant is becoming closer. If you have felt that recently, pay attention. If certain thoughts keep returning, pay attention. If certain memories keep resurfacing, pay attention. Life often whispers before it speaks loudly. And today, the whisper is becoming stronger. The conversation connected to your future is not about chance. It is about timing. It is about being ready to hear something you may not have been ready to hear before. It is about seeing value in a moment that others might overlook. Do not skip this part. Because here is something many people never realize: the most important conversations are rarely the ones we expect. They are the ones that arrive when our hearts are finally ready to understand them. They are the ones that reveal something we needed to know all along. Something huge is waiting for you. Right now, you may be wondering what makes this conversation different. What makes it memorable? What makes it worth waiting for? The answer is simple. It carries meaning. Not temporary excitement. Not empty noise. Meaning. The kind of meaning that stays with you long after the moment has passed. The kind of meaning that changes how you view a situation. The kind of meaning that reminds you that every chapter of life has a purpose. Stay till the end. The story is not finished. In fact, it may be closer to beginning than you realize. There is a reason anticipation exists. There is a reason hope exists. There is a reason people continue moving forward even when they cannot see the entire path ahead. Deep inside, we understand that tomorrow can bring something unexpected. Tomorrow can bring a message, a meeting, a realization, or a conversation that changes everything. And what if that possibility is closer than you think? What if the moment you have been waiting for is already making its way toward you? What if the words meant for you are already forming somewhere, preparing to arrive at exactly the right time? Do not skip. Stay right here. Because the most memorable conversations often begin when we least expect them, and sometimes the only thing separating us from a life-changing moment is a little more patience, a little more faith, and a willingness to stay open to what comes next. Something huge is waiting for you. And this is only the beginning. A quiet shift is happening around you right now, and most people would miss it completely. They would walk past the signs. They would ignore the moments that seem small. But you are here, and that means you are paying attention to something deeper. Stay till the end. Do not skip. Something huge is waiting for you. There is a reason this message found you at this exact moment. There is a reason you are still listening. The story is unfolding, and what comes next may surprise you more than you expect. Think for a moment about how life works. Sometimes the biggest moments are hidden inside the smallest details. A sentence. A question. A message. A conversation that seems ordinary at first but becomes unforgettable later. You do not always recognize the importance of a moment while you are living it. Sometimes you only understand it when you look back and realize everything changed because of that single interaction. And that is why today matters. A memorable conversation could be closer than you realize. Not someday. Not eventually. Closer than you think. Do not skip. There are people who have crossed your path for a reason. Some taught lessons. Some brought encouragement. Some left questions behind. But there is one conversation connected to your journey that carries a different energy. It is not just another exchange of words. It is not just another passing moment. It is the kind of conversation that stays with you. The kind that makes time seem to pause. The kind that causes you to think differently afterward. The kind that becomes a memory you never forget. Stay till the end because something huge is waiting for you. Right now, somewhere in the background of your life, pieces are moving together. You may not see them. You may not understand them yet. But that does not mean they are not happening. Many people give up too early. Many people stop listening too soon. Many people leave before the story reaches its most important moment. Do not be one of them. Stay right here. Because the next part of this message may be exactly what you needed to hear. Have you ever noticed how life sometimes creates unexpected connections? A random moment suddenly becomes meaningful. A simple conversation suddenly becomes important. A person suddenly says exactly what you needed to hear. It feels surprising. It feels impossible. Yet it happens every day. And sometimes it happens when you least expect it. Something huge is waiting for you. Do not skip. There may be words heading toward you that will answer questions you have carried for longer than you realize. There may be clarity heading toward you. There may be understanding heading toward you. There may be a moment of realization so powerful that you will remember exactly where you were when it happened. That is why this title matters. A memorable conversation could be closer than you realize. Not because of luck. Not because of coincidence. But because life has a way of bringing the right moments at the right time. Stay till the end. The story is getting stronger. Imagine hearing something that instantly changes your perspective. Imagine discovering that a situation was different than it appeared. Imagine learning that there was more happening behind the scenes than you ever knew. That kind of revelation creates unforgettable moments. That kind of revelation creates unforgettable conversations. And that kind of revelation may be much closer than you think. Do not skip. Something huge is waiting for you. Many people spend their lives searching for certainty. They want every answer before they take the next step. They want every detail before they trust the process. But some of life's greatest moments arrive before we have all the answers. The conversation approaching your future may arrive that way. Unexpected. Unplanned. Perfectly timed. And impossible to ignore. Stay with me. Because there is another truth you need to hear. Sometimes the conversation itself is not the biggest surprise. Sometimes what the conversation reveals is the real surprise. The hidden meaning. The forgotten detail. The unexpected connection. The realization that changes everything. And when that moment arrives, you will understand why you were meant to hear this message today. Do not skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Right now, your story is still being written. The next page has not been turned yet. The next chapter has not fully appeared yet. But there is movement. There is progress. There is preparation happening behind the scenes. And when the moment arrives, it may happen faster than you expect. One message. One conversation. One unforgettable moment. That is all it takes. So keep listening. Keep believing. Keep paying attention. Because the most memorable conversations are often the ones we never see coming. And if you have stayed this far, then remember this. The story is not slowing down. The story is just beginning to reveal its most important details. Do not skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Have you noticed how some moments feel ordinary while they are happening, yet later become unforgettable? That is exactly why you need to stay here. Do not skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Right now, you may believe you are simply listening to another message. But what if this moment is preparing you for something much bigger? What if there is a reason these words are reaching you today? What if the conversation connected to your future is already closer than you realize? Think about that for a second. How many times has life surprised you when you least expected it? How many times has an ordinary day suddenly become extraordinary? How many times has a simple moment become a lasting memory? The answer is probably more than you realize. And that is why this message matters. Because the next memorable conversation in your life may not arrive with a loud announcement. It may not come with flashing signs. It may arrive quietly. Naturally. Unexpectedly. Yet when it happens, everything may feel different. Do not skip. Something huge is waiting for you. There is a fascinating truth about memorable conversations. They often begin before a single word is spoken. They begin with anticipation. They begin with preparation. They begin when circumstances quietly start moving into place. That is what makes this moment so important. You may think nothing significant is happening. But what if things are already changing? You may think everything is delayed. But what if everything is being perfectly timed? You may think the story has paused. But what if the most important chapter is about to begin? Stay till the end. The next part is important. Imagine receiving a message that instantly captures your attention. Imagine hearing words that make you stop whatever you are doing. Imagine realizing that something you thought was finished still had another chapter waiting for you. That feeling is unforgettable. That feeling creates memories. That feeling creates conversations people remember for years. And what makes it even more powerful is that nobody sees it coming. Do not skip. Something huge is waiting for you. Right now, many people are searching for answers. They are searching for signs. They are searching for clarity. Yet sometimes the answers do not arrive in the form we expect. Sometimes they arrive through a conversation. A conversation that reveals something important. A conversation that changes a perspective. A conversation that brings understanding. A conversation that creates a turning point. And that is why you should keep listening. Because the title of this message is not random. A memorable conversation could be closer than you realize. Closer than next month. Closer than next year. Closer than you think. Stay till the end. There is another truth you need to hear. The moments that change us most are often hidden inside ordinary days. People expect dramatic entrances. People expect obvious signs. But life often works differently. Life hides extraordinary moments inside ordinary circumstances. Life hides meaningful conversations inside simple interactions. Life hides unforgettable memories inside unexpected opportunities. And suddenly, everything changes. Do not skip. Something huge is waiting for you. If you have been feeling that something is about to shift, pay attention to that feeling. If you have been sensing that a new chapter is approaching, pay attention to that feeling. If you have felt drawn toward reflection recently, pay attention to that feeling. Sometimes your awareness notices movement before your eyes can see it. Sometimes your heart recognizes change before your mind understands it. And sometimes the reason becomes clear only after the conversation finally arrives. Stay with me. The story is building. Imagine looking back weeks from now and remembering this exact moment. Imagine realizing that this message appeared shortly before something meaningful entered your life. Imagine understanding that what seemed like a simple video was actually preparing you to recognize an important opportunity when it arrived. That possibility is what makes this so exciting. That possibility is what makes this moment special. Do not skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There is a reason memorable conversations stay with us forever. They remind us that life is full of unexpected connections. They remind us that timing matters. They remind us that one moment can carry more meaning than an entire year of ordinary experiences. And perhaps the conversation waiting ahead carries exactly that kind of meaning. Perhaps it brings clarity. Perhaps it brings understanding. Perhaps it brings a realization you never expected. Whatever form it takes, it has the power to become unforgettable. And that is why you are still here. That is why you are still listening. That is why this message continues. Because the story is not complete yet. In fact, the most surprising part may still be ahead. Do not skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. As this chapter continues, remember one thing above all else. The greatest moments often arrive quietly before they become unforgettable. They begin as possibilities. They become opportunities. And then they transform into memories that last a lifetime. The next memorable conversation may already be on its way. Closer than you realize. Closer than you expect. Closer than ever before. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you.